Good morning. Welcome to the boardroom. I'd like to introduce our two new judges today. Oliver Steele, Deputy Teaching Manager at the British Council, and Roshani Moraes, Executive Vice President at John Keels, and she's also the Sector Head for Retail. You can start the presentation now. It should be within 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, thank you again for the warm welcome. We are Team Synergy. My name is Dan Smith. I took a role as team leader in this task, but also coordinator of market research, which I'd like to go through in a second. I'd also like to introduce my colleague Mesh, who took role as coordinator of the strategy. My colleague Rochelle, who was coordinator of our visual merchandising, and my colleague Selina, who is also our coordinator of the communication plan. So firstly, before starting our marketing plan, we obviously did some market research. The bits I'd like to highlight here very quickly were that most people knew that there's a homeware department being introduced in the Keels supermarkets. However, they only knew about it from walking through the store as they walked through. So we saw this as an opportunity to improve visual marketing and try and get people outside the store who don't usually go into Keels to know about the homeware department. But also that most people that we surveyed regard Keels as very high quality. So we wanted to play on that as well in our on our direction in marketing the new homeware department. So I'd just like to pass you on to my colleague Amesh, who's now going to take you through our strategy.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before coming into strategy, I would like to tell you what our objectives were. So we wanted to basically make the people aware about the Keels homeware range, and also we wanted to increase the sales by 30% in the over the 6 months period. So in order to achieve that objectives, we came up with a thorough strategy. And as the initial stage, we identified our segments, targets, and we determined our positioning. So basically, when determining our segmenting and targeting, we came across 3 bases. That is the income level, which should be high and middle level, and also the geographical location of our customers, which we selected as the customers who are living close to the Union Place, and also the gender of the customers. Since it's kitchenware and all homeware range, we predominantly targeted the female sector. So we, in case of some items, we targeted the male sector as well. And then as a physical evidence requirement, we thought of giving our customers printed t-shirts with our tagline, quality families need quality homeware, so that the employees will get motivated, and also the customers will see this communication and they will get motivated as well. So that was our basic marketing strategy for Keels homeware range. So I would like to invite Selina to take you through the communications part.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have a 6-month promotion timeline. I'm just going to give you a brief look at it now. I'm going to skip back to it later once I've gone into more detail about the particular promotions. So to begin, the communication plan, in line with the strategy, aims to raise awareness and increase homeware sales throughout the homeware department. We aim to inspire loyalty from our target audience through relationship marketing. We hope to create a long-standing bond between our customers and the store. We've invented the new identity Family Plus. The word plus signifies more. And we've attached the slogan, quality families need quality homeware. We established that throughout the store, it's renowned for its quality produce. So we decided to bring that quality, its reputation of having quality to the homeware. We also believe that with this slogan, we're initiating the idea that in order to achieve the status of being a quality family, one needs to purchase Keels quality homeware. Our communication initiatives, we're going to use the current Nexus customer database to contact all of our loyal customers in the first month of our 6-month plan. We will continue this with direct mail outs in February with our renewed brochure. The brochure you can see here is a small image of what would be created. And finally, we will print on the back of receipts and on shopping bags the homeware slogan and brand in order to further our communication and the awareness that we spread throughout the community. I'll pass you now on to Rochelle, who's going to take you through visual merchandising.
So I primarily focused on visual merchandising. I think it's very important for the store to be visually appealing to the customer. As soon as the customer comes in, they need to be aware that we have the homeware product in store straight away. So first and foremost, we notice shelf labels. They're very dull, they're black and white, plain colours that don't stand out to the customer. So what we thought is, why not enlarge it? Why not add some colour? So what we've done is we've added colour. We've also put the brand name on it and also the price. So this is more appealing to the customer. It's not so dull and plain. Also housekeeping. What we noticed is when we went inside Kills that a lot of the products, for example the glassware, wasn't shining, it was quite dull. It'd been there for quite a long period of time. So what we thought is just general housekeeping. Why not shine the glassware, have it clean before it's put on the shelf, or if sales assistant before the shop open could clean the glassware just so it looks more presentable for the customers. We've also considered the shelf labels, for example. These were definitely worth doing. We needed to brighten up the store, brighten up the shelves. They're pretty dull, and we thought, why not? And it's cost effective and it's worth it. I'm now going to pass you on to Dan.
Just to sum up,
With the final budget.
I think that's it. So just finally, our total budget came to 411,320 rupees. So we've come in below budget, but we still think we could provide a very effective marketing strategy to entice awareness of the brand. So thank you ever so much for your time today, and we'd like to invite you to ask as many questions as you'd like.
Thank you. Dan, when you were given a ₹1 million budget, why did you only plan for half of it?
We originally were very pessimistic by the bags. The bags came up as very expensive, so we tried to get everything else as low as possible, feeling that regardless of how low we got it, it would still bring us up to the £1 million rupee mark. Sorry. We also didn't go for any above the line advertising. We were led in the brief to try go as below, try to stay below the line to entice interest because it's more cost effective. Obviously, you don't reach the mass media that you can get with direct above the line advertising, but for our budget, we felt that it would be easier to stay below the line, and it has proved a lot cheaper than originally thought.
I'd just like to say that originally we were told the receipts would be a lot more expensive, and it was a last minute change that we were told they were actually going to be about a quarter of the price that was originally estimated. So that's one of the reasons that it turns out to be quite below the budget. Also, we were taking into consideration we may need to pay the actors, but then we came up with a solution of working with a local drama college, so that was another price reduction.
So that's very good that you saved that way, but you had a budget of 1 million. So do you think this is enough? I mean, could you do more to promote it? Didn't you want to do more to promote the category?
I think we came...
Since you had a budget of ₹1 million?
As Celine was mentioning, I think when we came to finally getting our budget together, it came a lot below what we thought, because we thought the receipts were going to cost a lot and the bags did cost a lot in the end. So our budget took a lot, our savings came down quite a lot close to the end of our preparation. Had this been the case at the start, we would have probably considered even some above the line with the savings that we made.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the boardroom. I'd like to introduce two new judges today. Roshani Moraes, Executive Vice President at John Keels, and she's also the sector head for retailing at John Keels. And Oliver Steele, Deputy Teaching Manager at the British Council. So I would like you to make the presentation. You should restrict it to 10 minutes.
Okay, well firstly, welcome to our presentation on the marketing plan for the new homeware in Keels. Just a quick introduction, Keels was established in 1991 and its main focus is offering good quality items at low prices. And basically we're talking about the Union Place flagship store today. Our objective for this task was basically to build awareness for the Keels homeware brand and to increase sales.
Yeah, so in order to have a very clear understanding of who our customer is and who our target market is, we undertook a research. For our customer research, we did method of convenience sampling where we interviewed about 49 people, and this was done in the flagship Keels store, which is Union Place, as well as Crescat. The reason as to why we selected the Crescat branch, despite the fact of knowing that Crescat does not have homeware products, is because we felt that we should get to know the awareness levels of the customers in terms of how they feel if Keels had the homeware range. And within our questionnaire, within our interview, we asked very simple, 8 yet very in-depth questions. Just taking a look at about 2 of the questions. In terms of question number 2, which says who makes the personal decision, that question was clearly to identify who the primary target customer of Keels should be. And question number 4, where we want to identify what's the top of the mind awareness, like what's the first place that comes to mind when you say homeware for the customer. Moving on to the next slide, the key things that we found out from our research was that in most of the families, 49% of families said that it's either their wife or the mother who makes the purchase decision. And from this, we found out, okay, the primary target customer should be the woman, basically. And then the other things we found out is that in comparison to key competitors of Keels, customers said that Keels is very good customer service. But things like the quality of the products and the variety, mainly the variety, has to really improve. The other things we found out is that in terms of homeware products, people don't really buy it on a regular basis because generally when you have homeware products, it's there at home, you don't go all the time and buy it. But maybe if you see something really nice, like a really nice wine glass set or something, then you tend to buy things on impulse. A threat that we found out is that 47% of the customers who come to Keels, the first thing that they say is, okay, what do you feel, what's the first place that comes to mind in terms of homeware range? Then they say Apico. And the biggest weakness that we felt that Keels had is that 60% of their customers did not know that Keels has the homeware range. So when analyzing all our information along with the analysis of the briefing that we got out from the personnel who worked at Keels, we felt that Keels has a very diffuse positioning in terms of their homeware range and have not clearly targeted who their exact target market should be in terms of homeware. So we identified that the women should be between ages 26 to 45, should be their primary target market within the social class of A and B. And also we restricted this to the geographies of Colombo, Greater Colombo, and the key urban areas like Mount Lavinia and Rajagiri, because we were so to focus on the flagship Union Place store.
Well, according to research we all done, we discovered 3 competitors in the market, particularly Apico Supercenter, then House of Fashions and Odell. We discovered actually 47% of the Keels consumers mentioned that they will definitely go for Apico when it comes to homeware, and 10% would also go to House of Fashions and Odell showrooms. Apico has 7 supercenters, as we all know, and we actually started our research at the Hyde Park Corner Apico Supercenter, and we actually discovered that they have a much bigger selection of products, and they had some of the same products as Keels, which were priced relatively higher. They had more branded items, and they were, of course, the display of goods were also appealing, when, as an example, where glasses were displayed with colored paper underneath, so that it attracts customers.
So you'll notice that we do have a bit of the budget left over. So what we would intend to do is assess how effective our different methods have been, probably about 3 months through the campaign, and then reinvest that extra money into the most effective mediums. We did come up with other ideas, such as getting a brand ambassador. I spoke to a lady who I believe is Sangeetha, yeah, about her becoming a brand ambassador, but that didn't really fit within the budget, which was quite expensive. We feel that Keels should expand the homeware within the store, so to cover a greater area, and also bring it out to other stores as well. and with that, they'd be able to increase the variety of products they're selling, which is what the customers are asking for. So with our strategy, we'll complete our objectives, which is to increase customer awareness and increase sales. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
I think you did a great job on strategy and fairly detailed. The only thing that I feel, did you ever look at the revenue part of it? When you say increase sales, you know, what is your target? How do you spend, you spent about nearly 80% of your budget. You know, how do you recover that? What would be your game plan for that?
Well, as we said, the target is to increase sales, and by reassessing the success of the project halfway through, we would then be able to not only put in the extra money into the most successful avenues, but also possibly redistribute it. If there's something which really isn't going well, we can ditch that, pump the money into the more successful parts of the project.
But you what you didn't do is, like, what is the percentage? Are you going to increase by 20%, 30%? What would be your? I mean, did you analyze that, and did you look at the current sales of this particular segment?
So we did want to look into that, and we did ask some personnel who were assigned to it,
Yes.
like what the current financial value is.
Yes.
And then we were told that we don't have to go into that detail because they won't give us the exact current financial detail.
Okay.
We were
So
told
we
it's
just said that okay,
confidential
we'll
information.
go for increased sales.
Okay.
We thought of that. We thought of going for a percentage, but the thing is they didn't give it to us. So
Okay.
But we're still short of the measure of success, aren't we?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, how will you measure that you're increasing sales, even if you don't have the current sales? And also when you plan a promotional plan for 800 something thousand, have you related each of those to, what would be your measurement of if that's working or not? For example, you talk about, the display on a flatbed truck. How will you know that it's worked for you when you reassess your strategy in 3 months' time? You said you'll reassess.
I
How
think
will
it
you know?
would all become obvious within a few months because the truck is going to be at the beginning of the campaign, and basically the truck is to raise awareness. So at the moment no one really knows about Kiehl's homeware, so I think you'd notice after maybe 3 months if more people are purchasing it, and maybe work through the campaign doing maybe another survey and asking people, do they know about it? I mean, that's something you'd maybe have to reassess within a few months. And obviously it may even affect sales, so that would be another thing you'd be able to look at within a couple of months.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
thank you.